ELI5 HIV spreads through bodily fluid exchange, but why can't mosquitoes sucking blood spread it? Just wanted to clarify that HIV isn't spread by just any bodily fluid. It's limited to blood, semen, preseminal fluid, rectal fluids, vaginal fluids, breast milk. HIV cannot be transmitted via saliva, sweat, or tears. Edit formatting. The mosquito can't be infected by the HIV virus, which would be a necessary step in order to reach the salivary glands. It's these glands that provide a route for potential infection for other transmissible diseases. The mosquito doesn't have the right setup to keep the HIV virions from dying. It's digesting that blood. Even fluids fresh off the human only keep HIV alive for a few minutes once outside of the body. That's why most infections occur from very speedy fluid transfers. HIV can't survive past a certain temperature, which is lower than body temp. Mosquitoes don't have a high body temp, so the virus would die. I've always wondered about this. Other diseases spread this way. I hope someone provides an answer. I was a kid in the 80s, 90s and remember that being a concern, and then it just wasn't. While HIV can live in human blood while it's in a human being, it cannot live for long outside the human body. Mosquitoes don't bite multiple people or animals in a short amount of time. They only eat every couple of days. By the time they do eat again, the HIV is dead. Give Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab a bit more time and I'm sure they will have it sussed so the mosquitoes can do that and help them reduce the world population easily. The HIV virus binds to certain cell receptors and replicates. Mosquitoes don't have the correct receptors for HIV, so the virus can't attach to their cells and can't replicate. Instead, any virus that gets into a mosquito simply gets digested with everything else. Even if there was a tiny bit of undigested virus left in the mosquito when it bit you, it wouldn't be a big enough viral load for you to get HIV. Just FYI, it's not any bodily fluid exchange. Unless you have an open sore in your mouth, you can't catch it from saliva unless you drank 67 gallons of someone's saliva. All diseases that can be spread by insects must have a stage that can replicate in the insect, usually in its salivary glands. Viruses like HIV not only lack any ability to replicate in insects, they are structurally very fragile and easily inactivated when taken outside the human body. That's why it takes a heavy and direct exchange of body fluids to transmit HIV. There is probably some sort of perfect storm scenario in which you could be infected, but it's never happened as far as we know.